Epilogue. Franz served as a pastor in the Frankfurt area until the publishing work resumed in 1950. He eventually became publishing secretary for the Central European Division. In addition to his work, he chose to visit every Adventist church in Germany on a rotating basis and preach the Sabbath sermon. After his retirement in 1965, he continued to colporteur with the aim of finding people with whom to study the Bible. This he continued doing until he died at the age of 92. As a result of his work, many were baptized. At the end of his life, he had read the Bible through 89 times. Many young people whom he had befriended attended his funeral. One of them summarized the loss they felt by asking disconsolately, "Who will pray for us now?" Helena developed rheumatoid arthritis following the war. She suffered pain until she died at age 82. During the last 20 years of her life, she was so crippled that she was bedridden. She often questioned why God allowed her suffering. It was not until after she was anointed, according to the injunction in James 5, that she accepted her illness and was able to find peace. During those last 20 years, she wrote more than 2,000 poems. Kurt finished his horticulture apprenticeship, then went to the Marienhohe Seminary and took the ministerial course. He attended Newbold College for a year, then became a pastor and evangelist in Germany. He has retired and lives in southern Germany. He is still active in conducting spiritual emphasis seminars. Kurt and his wife, Bärbel, have 3 children, Frank, Jutta, and Bettina. Frank completed a PhD at Andrews University and is part of the theology faculty at Bogenhofen Adventist Seminary in Austria. Jutta is a nurse. She is at home raising her 2 young children. Bettina lives with her husband in Bern, where she works as a secretary for the Euro-African Division. Lieselata, Lata, married an American serviceman and immigrated to the United States. Until her retirement, she worked in the Home Health Education Service Office of the Pacific Union Conference. She lives in Southern California. She and her husband William have 2 children, Ted and Susan. Ted is a physical therapist and Susan is a church school teacher. Gert, finished an electrician apprenticeship, then went to the Marienhohe Seminary and took the ministerial course. Unable to go to a university in Germany, he came to the United States to complete his education at Atlantic Union College, Andrews University, and Vanderbilt University, where he received his PhD. For many years, he was a professor and dean at the Seventh-day Adventist Theological Seminary at Andrews University in Berrien Springs, Michigan, and was an internationally renowned Old Testament scholar. He published 14 books and more than 300 articles. He was killed in a car accident in 1994. His favorite hymn, "A Mighty Fortress is Our God," was performed at his funeral. His wife, Hilda, still lives in Berrien Springs, Michigan, where she teaches church school. They have 3 children, Michael, Marlena, and Melissa. Michael received a PhD from the University of Arizona. He is part of the theology faculty at Southern Adventist University in Tennessee. Marlena is a dietitian. Melissa is a church school teacher. Susi studied for 2 years at Newbold College. When Gerhard received a call to teach at Southern Missionary College, now Southern Adventist University, in Tennessee, he invited her to join him and Hilda there to complete her education. At SMC, she met and married her husband Bill. Since 1975, she and her family have been at Pacific Union College, where Bill is a professor of physics. Susi earned an MA degree in clinical psychology and is a licensed marriage, family, and child therapist. She did private practice counseling for 10 years. When she became registrar at Pacific Union College in California in 1993, she learned that Lillian Bunch's son Tom was registrar at Southwestern Adventist College, now Southwestern Adventist University in Texas. She has spent 4 summers in Russia conducting evangelistic meetings for children. She and Bill have 2 children, Rico and Marcus. Rico works in the computer center at Pacific Union College. Marcus is a physical therapy assistant.